All right. And we are back with the GSMC Wrestling Laureate podcast brought to you by the GSMC Sports Network. I'm your host, Eric Rodriguez, here every Monday through Friday, 8 p.m. Pacific time to 11 p.m. Eastern time. Here to talk about everything in terms of professional wrestling, all the action inside and outside of the ring, superstar news updates, injury updates, cross promotional news. From AEW to WWE, New Japan Professional Wrestling, here and there, Major League Wrestling, game changing wrestling, stardom, New Japan Professional. If it makes wrestling headlines, we talk about it here on the GSMC network. So, since we are absolutely rapidly running out of valuable time, we're going to go ahead and, skip along. Obviously, hit up that super chat box, guys. 1010%. You know, we're nothing without you guys. Obviously, I'm nothing without you guys. Obviously, want to keep the wrestling content going on. Make sure you hit up that super chat, the super stickers, because you guys are super awesome. Even if you have a burning question or a hot take in terms of professional wrestling, or if you just got something you want to get off your mind, you'd be like, "Hey, Eric, dude, like you suck." I'd be like, "Hey, man, that's cool. I guess." I'm just kidding. No. Or if you got anything in terms of professional wrestling, or if it's a sport take, I do watch sports from here, here and there. You know what I mean? Like, baseball's heating up. The NFL is right around the corner. College football week 0 started week 0. I had no idea that was a thing. I got to be honest. I wasn't a huge college football kind of fan until recently. If you want to be intrigued in the sports world, you got to watch. And 1010%, all you Texas Longhorns fans out there, I'm rooting for you guys. I work at a senior living facility, and one of my residents, um, I'm not going to disclose his name. I almost did. I'm sorry, but he's a Texas Longhorns fan. So I'm like, you know what? From now on, I'm going to cheer for them. So I'm going hard. I'm going all in with the Texas Longhorns, 1010%. So we're going to talk about that. So hope you guys, in terms of college football, respect that take. If not, then hey, honestly, go for somebody else. But you're gonna lose. You're gonna lose. I'm just kidding. No. I don't know. Your voice is always part of the mix, guys. So do not be shy. Obviously, 1010%. Drop your thoughts inside the chat. If you really want to make sure your comment or question gets read on air, I ask you guys to use that super chat box. Go ahead and hit up that $ below the chat box. And send in a message. 1010%. It's going to be featured on the show. It's a great way to support our channel. Your super chats help us keep the lights on in terms of the GSMC Wrestling Laureate podcast, and also keeps you guys even more awesome professional wrestling content. And we are absolutely 1010% super grateful for each and every one of you guys here at the GSMC Sports Network. So make sure you guys join us here. Daily your support obviously makes a lot of difference. So let's keep the conversation going. Send in those super chats, those super stickers, because you guys are super awesome. And together we will make sure this podcast is bigger, better, and stronger than ever. And once again, if the super chat is not your thing, we are still at the GSMCpodcast.net. Hit up that and hit up the tips and donations link at the GSMCpodcast.net. Tell me what you like, tell me what you don't like. Go ahead and Superman punch that like a subscribe button to the show. Follow the show, follow the network, subscribe. Give you guys the Eric Rodriguez guarantee that you will never, ever, ever, ever regret subscribing to the GSMC Sports Network, because it's free sports content. If you're it's not like Fox Sports or ESPN or anything like that. Not that I'm throwing shade at any of those guys. Obviously, I watch shows from there too. But why not subscribe to the GSMC Sports Network? It's absolutely 1010% free. We do it because we love the audience, we love the fans, but most importantly, we share the same passion that is the world of American amazing. Well, not because we do have soccer and we do have the NBA. International. We're going to say international sports. So make sure you guys tune into the other shows as well. All the other podcasts, all the other sports podcasters here are dynamite, amazing as hell. Check those guys out. And obviously they kill it every single time they jump on the mic. So yeah. Now we're going to have our WWE Monday Night Raw preview. We're going to keep this brief. Brief because I got loaded with the chats. I got to be honest. My man Anthony Mazzano hitting those hashtags like dang. And I also got another chat from my man Stitch Sanchez. Why are you doing? Well, Stitch, I'm doing. I love professional wrestling, 1010%. Ever since I got offered this job, I was like, dude, really? I can express myself as a wrestling dork and not be called weird? I'm for it. I'm just kidding. No, yeah, probably you guys still think I'm kind of, this is just wrestling fans. I feel like the demographic in terms of wrestling fans, it's kind of, I feel like we're all the same. Does that make sense? And I don't know. Obviously, if you feel the same as a wrestling fan, go ahead and hit up that chat and be like, yo, Eric, we support you, man. We support you. Stitch Sanchez, thank you so much for tuning into the GSMC Wrestling Laureate podcast. I guarantee you. Going to keep keep that chat alive. It's awesome. It's great. And now we're going to talk about some WWE Monday Night Raw. So we are live tonight in the Amica Mutual Pavilion in Providence, Rhode Island. Randy Orton will be there on Monday Night Raw. Again, obviously this is the winner go home show in terms of Bash at Berlin. It's going to be live on Sunday. It's going to be live on Sunday. No, Saturday. I think it's on Saturday. On Saturday. Oh, that's right, because TNA Emergence is actually on Friday. No, yeah. It's going to be live on Friday. Make sure you check that out. It's going to be badass. It's going to be super cool. We have Randy Orton kind of coming out, probably going to set up more of a, kind of like a personal take in terms of what Gunther has said about his family, in terms of how Randy Orton's career has been ever since he kind of came out as Evolution. He's the youngest world champion in WWE history. And I have a lot of high hopes for Randy Orton. I hope Randy ultimately does become, a champion 2 more times. If you look at people in his, kind of like in his prime, in his later ages of his career, that doesn't really apply to Randy Orton. I feel like Randy Orton he can still make a run as a WWE champion, and he'd be just as good as Roman Reigns holding the title. I believe that I believe that 1,010%. And that's something that not a lot of wrestlers obviously kind of have in common with Randy Orton. Obviously, like I see John Cena whenever he kind of makes his return to WWE. It's just like he's not really the same. I feel like Randy Orton was kind of part of that later half of the of WWE, the new generation that featured like Batista. It featured talents like when JBL became this awesome stockbroke, kind of guy. And, The Undertaker obviously killing it on Friday Night SmackDown on the Sci-Fi Network. When you saw Batista leave the WWE, maybe he could have been in the same kind of category with Randy Orton. But I know I like Orton. I feel like he can 1,010% win 1 or 2 more titles. He still has, a lot of time left. He signed a 5-year a 5-year deal, and he said by the age of 40 he's gonna quit. No, 40, no 50, no, damn it. I think he said 40. No, anyways, but Randy Orton is still young. He's still killing it, and absolutely 1,010% he could still win a championship. And next we have Braun Strowman going against Bronson Reed. I want to see these guys go at it. I personally, you saw Bronson Reed absolutely destroy everything in his past within the last couple of weeks. The Miz, R-Truth, Seth Rollins, they're pushing Bronson Reed for I have no idea what. Like I kind of messed with and kind of played around the idea a little bit that the Judgment Day will be, the next spot for him. And then the Judgment Day is gonna be like, all right, you can challenge for he's gonna be that main honcho kind of guy. And Braun Strowman, ever since he made it back to the WWE roster, he's been lost. He's been lost 1,010%, misbooked. Doesn't look like you brought back Braun Strowman for what? That's the question that WWE, in the minds of the WWE Universe. Braun Strowman is back in WWE for what? And maybe there's a promo tonight. Honestly, and I know this obviously Monday Night Raw already aired. I had no idea what actually happened. But if I want to make Braun Strowman, if I signed him to a lucrative contract for him to be with my wrestling promotion, I want to have him relative. I think that, I would book Braun Strowman where he gets his ass kicked by Bronson Reed. And then, at the very end of it, where it looks all hope is lost, you have the Wyatt Six come and protect their guy. You have, Eric Rowan. You have Bo Dallas come out and help Braun Strowman. Braun Strowman is then absorbed into the Wyatt Six. And then that's where he kind of, because if you have a faction like that, you can still cut on promos. But since Braun Strowman won't be wrestling that much, he'll still be part of the storyline. And if you sign somebody to the contract, it's just something that you have to do. If you are a WWE creative, if you are part of like the chairman initiative, I feel like 1,010%. If you want things for Braun Strowman to go, kind of freely, kind of go smoothly, you kind of have to make this happen. All right, let's go and do this rapidly. Will the Terror Twins get any help today on Monday Night Raw? Obviously, they're outnumbered. I feel like Jay and Sami Zayn will make the rescue. Uncle Howdy is going to face Chad Gable. For the first time, you're going to see Uncle Howdy you're going to see him in ring competition. We're going to see a triple threat match, The Miz, Xavier Woods against Pete Dunne. Kofi Kingston takes on Karrion Kross against Jey Uso, which I feel like Jey Uso will lose this match because of a Judgment Day interference, because of the way Jey Uso is going to help the Terror Twins earlier with Sami Zayn. And for the Intercontinental Championship match, I want to see Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods, maybe, triple threat match going against Braun Breaker. So I feel like that. All in all, I feel like that's going to be. I don't know. That's what I would do. All right, guys, do not go anywhere. We're going to talk about our AEW All In review happened on Sunday and analysis. We're going to talk about all the matches that happened and what to expect. So hey, 1,010%. Love you guys, and hey, do not go anywhere.